Rangers have come under fresh scrutiny this week after club legend Graeme Souness delivered a cutting assessment of the work being carried out behind the scenes at Ibrox. In a wide-ranging discussion, the former player-manager did not hold back when addressing the decisions made by sporting director Kevin Thelwell, raising serious questions about the direction of the club heading into January. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Graeme Souness has delivered a blistering assessment of Rangers sporting director Kevin Thelwell, warning that the Ibrox club would be taking a major gamble if they allow him to control their January transfer budget. The former Everton chief arrived in Glasgow during the summer with the brief of rebuilding a squad widely viewed as broken, but his short-lived appointment of Russell Martin has only intensified the scrutiny surrounding his leadership. Martin's tenure collapsed after just 122 days, leaving behind a squad that many supporters believe is both unbalanced and lacking in key areas. The shortcomings have been made worse by the absence of strong characters on the pitch and a chronic shortage of goals. With Martin now gone, Thelwell has become the focal point of supporter frustration, particularly over his decision to bring his son Robbie into a prominent scouting role and the £8 million signing of Youssef Chermiti, a striker who has registered only a single goal since arriving at Ibrox. That frustration reached boiling point during last week's Europa League defeat to Roma, a result that set an unwanted record of 7 consecutive losses in UEFA competition. The home crowd made their feelings abundantly clear, directing anger towards the club hierarchy and, in particular, the man responsible for assembling the current squad. Now, Rangers icon Graeme Souness has added his voice to the criticism, claiming the quality of the players signed under Thelwell has simply not been good enough. Speaking to Sky Bet, he was asked whether the sporting director should be trusted to oversee the club's winter recruitment drive. His response was cutting. "I don't think so, unless there is something in these players he's brought in that I'm not seeing. Some of them are just not good enough." Souness went on to highlight what he believes Rangers were attempting to achieve with their recent business. All boards of directors look to find young players, pay little money for them, coach them up and make them better, and then sell them on for enormous profits. That would appear to be the Rangers' business model, but I don't see that happening with the players they've signed. He also questioned whether the club even has the funds to hand over to Thelwell again. "Would you trust Kevin Thelwell with another chunk of money?" he asked. "I don't know if Rangers have another chunk of money to go again in the new year." Graeme Souness then turned his attention to the club's ownership structure and the expectation that new backing would lead to improved decision-making. "Rangers are in a difficult place right now," he said. "I went on record when the 49ers enterprise got majority shareholding that I thought that can only be good news because they've been involved at Leeds and can just transfer the knowledge and avoid the mistakes they made there. But they've been disappointing and their recruitment has been disappointing." For Graeme Souness, the root of Rangers' current problems is clear: a lack of elite quality in the squad. "For me, the most important thing at any football club is not having the best coach. It's about having the best players," he explained. "It seems to be a correlation or a hell of a coincidence that all the best coaches have the best players. It doesn't happen by accident. If you've not got a great bunch of players, you're not going to do very well, even if you are a top coach." Right now, Rangers don't have the squad that's going to make them dominant. Neither Celtic nor Rangers are particularly strong right now, and the recruitment so far has not shown that it's been a good transfer window. In other news, Jigga's time at Rangers has quickly gone from hopeful to disastrous, with the on-loan Wolves defender facing relentless criticism for his performances since arriving at Ibrox in the summer. The 22-year-old Burkina Faso international was brought in to add energy and defensive steel to the backline. Yet he's instead found himself under fire for a string of poor displays and costly mistakes. Despite his form, Jigga has continued to feature prominently under Danny Rowe, often deployed on the right side of a back three. His lapses in concentration, however, have been brutally exposed, with supporters and pundits alike questioning his place in the starting lineup. Even during Russell Martin's brief spell, the young defender's flaws were laid bare, and patience within the Rangers fanbase is wearing thin. Journalist Mark Guidi has become the latest voice to express frustration over Jigga's displays, arguing that Rangers should look to end his loan spell early. Speaking on the Go Radio football show on the 11th of November, Guidi didn't hold back in his assessment. You look at some of the Rangers players and you think there has to be some sort of improvement, otherwise they wouldn't be near the team, he said. If there is an opportunity to send Jigga back to Wolves, it must be done. Jigga's struggles have been evident from the start. His red card against Dundee on 9th August set the tone for a turbulent spell, while his nightmare outing in the 6-0 defeat to Club Brugge on the 27th of August drew heavy criticism from Rangers legend Alain McCoist, who described his performance as completely unacceptable. BBC journalist Tom English also weighed in recently, claiming that Jigga is not good enough to be a Rangers player. Yet, there have been rare flashes of promise. His display in the 1-0 win over Hibs hinted at potential, strong in the air, and composed in one-on-one situations. But these moments have been few and far between. Jigga looks like a defender stripped of confidence, struggling to handle the pressure and expectations that come with wearing the Rangers badge. Guidi, however, did not limit his criticism to Jigga alone. He also pointed towards Rangers' recent recruitment issues, suggesting that Kevin Thelwell's transfer decisions have failed to deliver. The journalist was particularly critical of Emmanuel Fernandez and Max Aarons, both of whom have failed to impress since joining the club. Fernandez came in from Peterborough and we've hardly seen him. Aarons has come in on loan from Bournemouth and he's on big wages. I'm not a fan of him, Guidi added. Fernandez, a £3.5 million signing from League One side Peterborough, has made just 3 appearances this season and remains a mystery figure in the squad. Aarons, meanwhile, has struggled to adapt to the intensity and physical demands of Scottish football, with injuries and inconsistency halting any momentum he hoped to build. For Thelwell, the club's sporting director, the pressure is mounting. His short tenure has been marred by questionable deals and limited returns from recent signings. If Jigga and Aarons continue to falter, Rangers may have little choice but to cut their losses in January, terminating both loan agreements and reassessing their recruitment strategy. As for Fernandez, his situation appears less urgent but no less concerning. Without a clear development pathway, the 22-year-old risks becoming another example of wasted potential. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.